Namaste. So today we will do a completed pages book for July, and sorry, not book, only pages. I did not finish any book. In fact, I did not complete as many pages as I would have liked. But let's start. So I'll start with the work in progress, and some of them you would have already seen last month also, because I did not really finish them. Uh, but maybe I have done a little progress in some of them. Let's see. So one of the work in progress that I have is this page from Colin Thompson's fantastic Mal book, and so though it looks like just one page, it is taking a lot of time, and not because I'm doing it very nicely or perfectly, but it's because like there is a different story in each section of this page. So um, like here, sorry for having bumped into the camera. So it is taking me a bit longer because I'm enjoying the process too much, maybe. So it is taking a bit longer than I had expected it to be. But I think once it is completed, it might look very nice. The next work in progress is from this book. So I had selected two pages for the summer edition of Scavenger Hunt, and one of them was the surfboard. And I have started working on this. Today is only the 25th of July, so maybe I'll finish it within this month, but I will not have time to record this video before the end of the month. By the time we come to the end of the month, it would be only Friday, and I don't get time to record anything except for the weekends. So it would be already August, and I didn't want to delay it. Maybe just one or two pitch pages which I will complete. I can always include it in the August recap. So there's this page which is in progress. Then I have this one, and I have literally made like teeny tiny progress, maybe a few lines more than what I had done last month. Then there is this page which is like a work in progress from a year, and I did not even touch it. So this is going to remain a work in progress for a little more time, I think. So I don't know, I'm not feeling like going back to it. I think that the problem is when you keep something which is like you keep it incomplete for so long, it does affect your ability to feel involved enough to go back to it. So let us start with the completed pages. So first let us start with the mandalas that I have finished, and I did one page from the 100 Magnificent Mandalas, and this is volume 2. This is the page, and this was actually a buddy color with Mivins Color With Me, and this is in fact my first buddy color. So thanks Mivins for having invited me for the buddy color, and I hope I did you proud. Then I did one page here, and this I have actually finished today, and I decided that enough for this month, maybe I'll record the video. This was actually a work in progress from the previous month, and you can actually see I did not keep the marker gel pens which I had used for the inner circle, which was the work in progress. I mixed it up with my whole 100 and something gel pens, and then I just couldn't find the same color. So you'll see the some of the colors in the first two circles have not been repeated anywhere because I just couldn't find them. This is also another problem with work in progress. If you don't do it within a, you know, shorter span of time, then you just lose track of even what you had used for for starting the picture. Anyways, I had also purchased some new books from Janine Morrison. So this one I have done completely with Copic markers, and these are the Copic sketch markers, not the Chia. And believe me, the experience of coloring with Copic markers is like it's worth the money. I know they are too expensive and maybe I'm wasting them on Amazon paper. It is so much easier to control even if it is an alcohol marker. And I also like how vibrant it is looking. I usually don't choose so many vibrant colors in one picture, so the combination surprised me also. Then I did one from her volume 3 mandala design, and the reason why you can see this is because I have used the touch new markers and it's already started staining, so I didn't want to spoil the page before and after, so I kept a page from one of the brochures. So this is the one which I have completed, and for this I used touch new markers, and yeah, and I completed this yesterday, I think so. Then I did some one dot books. So this one was a work in progress for like 2 months. I have finally finished it one, and I like how it's looking. This is really the no-brainer kind of thing, like you don't have to think about anything, just select one pen and then get on with it. So I do like the process. And then Mipins had started a one color challenge, so I decided to participate, and then that's why I decided to also color this one. This I finished yesterday, and I have done it with Faber-Castell connector pens. All my 1.1s are usually done with Faber-Castell connector pens. If you remember, my target for July was to color pages only in those books which were completely blank. So most of them, unless they were like a work in progress, I have colored only in those books which I have never colored in before. So this book including, so this is Geo Mandala by John Wick, and I actually didn't do a page, but I did do this one. Again, this is done by Copic, but this is Chia markers. I also did one page from Geo Mandala 2. This again is with Copic, and this is a combination of Chia as well as sketch markers, and this one I did on 3rd of July. I did a page from Geo Patterns. This one again was with Copic, completely with Copic Chia markers. These are, I think most of them were in the pastels shade. I did one page from Infinite Illusions. This is a black background, and this one I did with touch new markers. I completed this on the 7th of July. Since we were looking at sort of geometric patterns, let me move on to other geometric patterns, but which were not by John Wick. So I did one page from this book. It just has what you say, stock images, and I have, as you can see, I don't even have to tell you this, I have used touch new markers. And that reminds me, maybe I needed to have put a page here because now this is spoiled. I'll do that immediately after I finish recording this video to avoid further damage. Yeah, but anyways, I finished this on the 4th of July. I did one page from volume 14, so I still have 11, 12 and 13 in which I have not colored anything from his 16 volumes that I have. I actually have not colored from 2 to 10 also, but 1 to 10 are in single volume, so I have colored one page in that book. So that's why I'm like, using a technicality for getting away with it. So I finished this one. Surprisingly, though the spaces are quite small, I have actually done this with a marker and I did it with Copic. And this is what I meant by saying that though they are expensive, it's so much easier to control the spread. They don't really spread uncontrollably like with TouchNew. For me, TouchNew is very convenient, but you can use them better if the spaces are big. If you are using them for like these kind of spaces, that's not possible. So anyways, coming back to the completed pages, this one I finished on the 20th of July with Copic Geo markers. Then let's move on to color by numbers, and all the 3 color by numbers that I have finished this month are by Josh Torfikis, and the reason for that was because his books were the ones which were color by number and I had never colored in them. So since my target was to do one page from uncolored books, I decided to go for his. So what I did was, one of the reasons why I was not coloring in his books was because Creative Haven books don't have a legend for the coloring, and it was quite irritating for me to every time keep on going back here. And another problem was not knowing, out of all these total 24 odd colors, how many I am going to need in this. I'm surely not going to need all 24. So what I did was, as I kept on identifying, I first glanced at the page and I tried and identified what all numbers I could see at a glance. So for example, if I was to color this page, I would just glance through it and identify what numbers I can see. I wrote down those numbers over here, and then I pulled out my swatch list for the pencils that I was going to use. So for example, in this one I used the Brutfuna 120 colors. So I brought out the swatch sheet, I matched the colors. Sorry, I keep on bumping into my camera. And then I swatched that color which I had picked up and then wrote the Brutfuna number over here, and that's how. And then I kept them separate like this, right, so that I know that I have to use the pencils in that specific glass or holder or whatever, because it's not a glass, yeah, but in this holder only for the color by number picture that I'm currently working on. And that's how I have done all the ones, including the one which is currently a work in progress. So I did this, so it was easier for me. So whenever I would spot a number, I did not have to go back again to the main page. I just checked what number of pencil I have to use and I finished this. It was a much easier process because of that. I finished this on the 17th of July, and also this is a part of my scavenger hunt summer edition for the lighthouse picture. And for that I will thank Nico Simi, because she tagged me in the scavenger hunt. Then I did one page from City Sights. Again I followed the same process, and this is the outcome. I finished this one on the 16th of July, and again I used Brutfuna more because I already had the box out and I had just finished another color by number. So it was just easier for me to just put back the old pencils and select the new ones. I also did this one, and this I finished on the 11th of July. Again, I followed exactly the same process. I wrote down the numbers that I could identify, and then I matched those numbers with my swatch card by checking this list, and then I wrote down the number of the pencil in the Brutfuller. So whenever I would see, for example, a 21, I would check in my pen holder for a pencil numbered 103, and then I would apply the color here. That's how I did it. So this was the outcome. For this picture, I was a bit disappointed when I finished it, because I thought I was not applying enough pressure. The vibrancy of the Brutfuller colors are not coming through. Actually, those pencils are really very good and very nice and vibrant colors. But this was the first one I finished. After that, the other two which I did, I used the pencils correctly, I think so. But for all the three of them, I'll say I did find a problem, is that I would not have expected a problem. Maybe I should have, because the other creative mandala color by number book that I have also had the same issue. There were numbers missing, and like for big spaces, for example, like this green space over here did not have a number, and I had a problem with the other two also. Huge spaces did not have numbers, and then I had to like actually go back and check in the completed page, and I saw that it was not white and it was like a dark green. So then I applied the same color. But yeah, I think I mean, Creative Haven is not such a small company that they should be so careless about the quality. And then I have two books which are like just general category, let's say. So I did one page on the 24th of July. I finished this one. I have done this with touch new markers, and that's why I kept this paper, and you can see already the staining is there. So I just used some waste paper to make sure that my other pictures don't get spoiled. I liked how this has come out. I have used all shades of red. First I thought I will do a multicolored one, but then I thought no, an apple is supposed to be red, at least for me. I don't ever think of green. I mean, there are green apples, right? But I never think of green when I think of apple. Somehow I think red. So I selected all the shades of red that I had, and I completed this one. I actually like how that one looks. And then I did, from the woodcut books, I had not done anything in this book before. So at this, I don't even have to tell you what markers I used. You can see from the stain. These are touch new markers. I finished this one on the 7th of July, and I'm quite happy with it. But this book is fine. I think I will color a lot more. The other woodcut ones I'm not really sure about, with so many animals and all. Anyways, so these were the pages that I had colored. I have not even counted. Let's see, I'll count in front of you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So maybe one page every 2 days, because today is only the 25th, so it's not a bad thing. But I had also recorded my June video on the 24th or 25th. So in 30 days, about 17 pictures. I think a couple of them were work in progress, so maybe 15 pictures more or less. So yeah, one picture every 2 days is sort of the average that I'm having right now. I would really love it to become one page per day. but I doubt if that's possible unless I take a vacation and just start coloring left, right, and center. Anyways, so thanks for having stopped by. If you have not yet subscribed, then please do so, and have a nice day. Bye.